Hey Calculus kids, this is week 7, Wednesday, semester 1 of Calculus with Dr. Callahan. Go ahead and pause the video for your 3 questions in your warm-up blog. Every Wednesday, we generally have an assessment day, whether you're on virtual learning or whether you're in person. Regardless, the assignment is going to be on MS Team and also in class. So if you just go to your MS Team, which I'm trying to pull up right now, and you go to your calculus class, you will see that it says week 7 Wednesday assessment, power rule and writing equation of a tangent line. And you just go ahead and click on that assignment. And then you should have this downloaded, which looks like this. And there are 11 questions. So the total is going to be out of 11 points. You can go ahead and upload this to the MS Team by taking a picture of it, or you can turn it over to me in person in class. You generally have 1 week of completing this. So I'm actually going to change the due date because I just noticed that it was due on the 30th, which is not correct. So let's go ahead and edit that. And it falls into spring break, so I'm just gonna go ahead and have it due by that Sunday of spring break. So, I'm sorry, not spring break, fall break. So I'll just have it be due on the 11th of fall break. So you have an extra few days. So update. All right, so for those of you guys who are gonna be in class with me, we're gonna be taking this in class. Let's go over question number 2. It says, what are the rules of graphing f of x to f prime of x? First thing I want you guys to do is find the max and min on a graph. So let's say, for example, and that's actually a really ugly graph, so I'm going to change this a little bit. Okay, so if I have a graph that looks like this, and that's my f of x. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the max and mins. And I like to draw the little lines here so that way I know how my f prime of x is going to end and when does it need to meet the x-axis. After that, you're going to look at the slope, okay? So if it's at 0 for the max and min, when the slope is at 0 for f of x, you know that your f prime of x is going to cross the x-axis at 0. So wherever you are, you can't be in midair, you have to meet up at the x-axis. Then the second step is to look at the slopes, identify the slopes. So here I have a negative slope, which means that my graph is going to be below the x-axis. So I could do something like that. And then you look over here, here you have, I'm sorry, it's a positive slope, just kidding. Like that. Okay, there we go. And then you look over here, and here's a negative slope. So you know that your graph is going to go like this. Sorry, it looks kind of bad, but that's okay. And then from the minimum, it's going to go become a positive slope. So your graph's going to go up and down, back to the x-axis. And then here you have a negative slope. So your graph's going to go down and go up to meet at the x-axis. And then you have a positive slope. So it's going to go above the x-axis. So this blue line here is f prime of x. All right, next we're going to talk about the different ways of finding the slope. So the slope with the power rule versus the limit definition. I personally like the power rule a lot easier, mainly because it's more simple to do that. Because with the limit definition, you have these strategies of factoring, the conjugate, FOIL, and then your goal is to cancel the delta x. So if delta x approaches 0, you don't have an undefined in the denominator. Okay, you guys, so for your quiz today, You have 11 questions on the power rule. The only question that you have to find the equation, the tangent line, is question number 11. 1 to 10 is simply just using strategies to use and apply the power rule, which actually is given to you right here. And go ahead and take the quiz, upload it onto MS Team when you're done, or you can hand it over to me in person. And then when you're done with this, I'm gonna have you guys do an activity that is going to be on a summary of this. So the activity I'm gonna do is gonna be right here. It's gonna ask you a series of questions about drawing the secant line, using the limit definition. So pause the video and kind of go over this. Second question is use a definition of the derivatives to find f prime of x if f of x is 2x squared minus x. And the last question is the following graph is a function of y equals f of x. Use this to sketch a graph of f prime of x. If you need some assistance with this, you guys can go ahead and take a look at the YouTube videos that I have posted on today's stuff. So let me show you where that's gonna be. So if you're following with the YouTube channels, you should have this accessible already, but if you are not, make sure you find it. So it's under the calculus algebra, or excuse me, calculus AB semester 1. There are 33 videos. And if you take a look at this, it is gonna be under week 7, Wednesday, which it's not appearing here right now. And that makes me a little bit worried, but I know it's here. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna take these, 1, 2, 3, add it to my playlist in calculus. Ta-da. It's saved. Okay, great. So then go back to the playlist that you're following with calculus. And I have 36 videos, and you should have Wednesday, week 7 Wednesday video 1, week 7 Wednesday video 2, week 7 Wednesday video 3. And that will go over those 3 questions. All right, you guys, have a wonderful week. I will see you guys next time. Take care.